Hello, my name is Jamie Allen Bishop with Soul Heart Collaboration. We are going to interview Nena, Authentically Nena. Her name is Nena Leake. Leakey.
Yes,
Leake.
ma'am. Leak.
Awesome. Leake. Love it, love it, love it. But you can find her using the phrase or uh the just Authentically Nena. You can find her by inputting Authentically Nena in your
Yes,
little search
yes,
engine.
yes.
But Nena and I met through a mutual friend, and I am just so impressed with her. She's very on the ball. She's very uh, proactive about getting the word out and helping people grow it themselves. So please help me welcome for our Infinite Possibilities October 2024 retreat, our speaker, Authentically Nena.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate this time and this opportunity.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Nena. Tell us, get us started.
Yes. So I am Authentically Nina. I am a human design and life coach, and I really focus on working with women and helping them become their favorite versions of themselves, really helping them understand who they are, at a soul level and kind of shedding all of the societal pressures and all of the conditioning that we have had, throughout our lives. And when we can kind of remove all of that and figure out who we truly like authentically are, that's when we can live our best lives. And it's so fulfilling to me to help other people just become who they were always meant to be. And I love coaching. I love helping people be that favorite version and their best versions of themselves.
I love that. So what led to that? What made you want to help others in their pursuit of their favorite version of themselves?
So I was in my early 30s and kind of experienced a pretty big earthquake. I had a 5-year-old and a 3-month-old, and just experienced my ex-husband at the time kind of had a secret life, and that just kind of threw me for a loop, and my whole life was turned upside down. And after that, I had a lot of soul searching to do. I had a lot of healing. I had to really find my worthiness again. And through that discovery of myself, I really started to understand that we are all really the same. I mean, we are different, but we are the same. And we want the same things. We want to be happy. We want to feel connected to other people. And for a lot of us, we know that we have a purpose, but we may kind of feel like we don't know what that purpose exactly is. And so through that journey of just finding myself, I kept having all of these women come to me and, what are you doing now? How are you changing your life? And through that, just that mentorship and having these women come to me, I was like, wow, this is what my soul feels like I should be doing. And after so many years of trying to push that down, thinking like, no, I have to stay in my corporate job, it was just that feeling was too grand for me to deny. And I just went all in, and it's so fulfilling. It's scary at times, but it is so fulfilling. And I can see, that the horizon of just a better collective, because we all share our passions and our purpose in life. And through that experience, I've learned so much, but I've grown because I have become so thankful for that tough time in my life, because I would not be the woman I am today without it.
Yay. Yay. I love, love, love that attitude. That mindset is fantastic. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that a lot of us who are in the coaching industry have been through the ringer ourselves. We've struggled, we've experienced challenges, and we've come out of the other side of it with the knowledge necessary to help others kind of avoid some of the pitfalls that we have experienced, or maybe not avoid it, maybe get through it with a little bit more grace and ease and it just comfort, right?
Mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
what is your area of expertise in coaching, and who kind of, I guess, describe your ideal client?
So I really use that filter of human design just to help women truly understand and become aware of all of the positive qualities in their life, but also taking a gentle look at the shadow sides of them and the not self mind that we can often fall into, and trying to combat imposter syndrome or feeling that we are unlovable or that we aren't worthy or having to prove ourselves to other people. So by looking at that, the human design blueprint of the clients that I work with, we can kind of uncover and shed everything that, is the not self of us to get back to that authentic core. I only work with women. I just feel called to work with women, and it, it's women in corporate spaces, moms that are feeling anxious and overwhelmed, or like, where do I go from here? It's so fulfilling to be a mother, but at the same time, you want to feel that you have a purpose or that you are contributing to your family. And it's women that feel like they are meant for more, but they're not quite sure what that more is. And so any woman that can, falls into those little buckets, I am that person that will help, gently guide them. And it's not me doing the work for them. It's just providing the tools for them to change their mindset, to change those subconscious beliefs, to move forward so they can transform their own lives.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. So interestingly enough, we have several speakers at this particular retreat talking, well, not talking about, but being experts in human design. So
Oh,
just give us a
wonderful.
little quick, I mean, I know that it gets into really heavy details. So we'll avoid the details a little bit because we want this interview to be short and sweet, but we have to know a little bit more about human design in order to understand what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah. So human design is really like an energetic type system that it combines different systems together to kind of create this overall blueprint of you and me and everybody. So it combines astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, tree of life. And with all of this information together, it's a large amount of information that someone can hold. And really, it's too much, information at one time. So to boil it down, it can really help you understand how your energy type can interact correctly with the people around you. So you're not pushing and forcing things when most people are meant to sit back and respond, or, wait for an invitation to kind of move forward with something. And when you can kind of correctly interact with people, it just makes life so much easier, and it can help you figure out how the correct method to make decisions for yourself, really tuning into your intuition and trusting your body instead of listening to our minds all the time, because when we listen to our mind, it's just going to send us down a path that may not be accurate for us. So it really helps us to easily become aligned with who our natural, what our natural authenticity is. And when you can fall into that place of being your truest version, it just makes life easy. Things can flow. It doesn't mean that there won't be any hardships in your life, but it helps you take those hardships or those difficult moments, and you can run through them a lot easier and in practical ways. And you're not, so in your mind, because you become aware of when you get into that loop, and it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Love it, love it, love it. That's a very nice explanation. I like the idea that it uses so many different methodologies in order to come up with sort of a map of where we hold our stuff, because I've of course taken the test. Um, and what's really clear and comes very easily, and then other things that are a little bit more of a challenge. So it just helps us understand why those things are easy or a challenge for us, and maybe view others in the same way. Certain people are great at communicating, other people are a little bit more passive about it. Some people are amazing at confrontation, other people avoid it like the plague. It's all in that human design. And it makes it
Yes.
so obvious what's going on when we can see the map of where we're carrying that energy and what maybe needs to shift a little bit, or who we need to bring into our world to support the strengths and the weaknesses, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love human design. I think it's really, really neat protocol. So just to shift the energy a little bit, let's ask you something fun.
Okay.
Why not, right? So if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Oh, somewhere on a beach. The first thing that came to my mind was Belize, just somewhere so beautiful, but the culture is so rich. I love being able to immerse myself in other cultures and just see how other people live, but also in such a beautiful place. So that's the first place that came to mind.
I love that. I love that. Have you, where is the closest that you've been? Or
Um,
something that might come semi-close to it?
the only place that I have been to, like in a tropical type sense, would be, like the Dominican or Puerto Vallarta or something like that. But when I typically go to those places, it's not necessarily always a somewhere that is very touristy. It's
I was
more,
just gonna say, yeah.
yeah, getting into the culture, being on the square, and
Yeah,
it's
no,
just,
going as a tourist is very different from immersing yourself in the culture.
yes,
Totally get it.
yes. And I've definitely gone as a tourist also, but man, just really going where the locals go, and just, going to the local cathedrals, and just, being a part of it. There's just something about that that just lights my soul on fire. I love it.
That's awesome. So maybe touring is in your future.
Yes.
Um, so another fun question. What, I think, all right, I'm gonna ask the sock question.
Yes,
Do you have any fun socks? First of all, yes or no?
I do. And only because my daughters buy them for me.
I love
But
that.
I wear them so much, with little butterflies on them. My oldest daughter bought me some with ballerinas because she was really into ballet one time. And I do have those really nice fuzzy ones, with the grippers on the bottom. And those are,
Mhm.
it's like part of my uniform in
Yeah.
the fall and the winter. I'm always in socks.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to talk about at this upcoming retreat.
Really, it's all about using your human design to create infinite possibilities for yourself. How you can get back to that, true authentic nature that you are, and, just to explore the different aspects of who you are and finding that purpose. Because going through life and just living day to day, having a 9 to 5 for a limited amount of time, you may feel like, oh, this is great. But there's typically a point in your life where you're like, okay, there is something more. I have a purpose. What is that purpose? And so just using that information to find that purpose and that path for yourself. And it's so deep in my core of, wanting to help other people. That really is the main focus. And, just finding that self-discovery aspect and having the awareness of all of the different aspects of yourself. And so really that is just kind of the meat and potatoes of what I will be talking about.
Got it. Got it. So if somebody wanted to come to your presentation a little bit more prepared as far as knowing what their human design is, or how to, or, what human design even involves, do they need to be prepared ahead of time, or do you have a test that you can send them or anything like that?
They can definitely pull their human design chart ahead of time. There's many different free websites that they could pull their chart. But for my specific, speech, I won't be getting into the nitty-gritty of what human design is. It's more of an overview and kind of an introduction, because I don't want to scare people away, but I don't want to talk too much about the different
Right.
parts of human design, because there will be so many people speaking. So it's going to be a bigger overview, but having your blueprint in front of you is always helpful, just so you can know the basics.
So that
What's
you
your
can
energy
relate to it.
type? Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Yes. So, just knowing what your strategy and authority is, those are the two top big things that someone really needs to understand. And when you can figure out and practice and experiment with that strategy and authority, the rest of it really starts to come into play naturally. You do have to work a little bit, and it is one big experiment. And it can take 7 years to fully immerse yourself into your whole human design chart. So it can take a long time. But just to have the basics is always helpful, but it's not necessary.
Okay, got it, got it, got it. Just wanted to ask that question because for me, it would make a difference. For other people, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it's just more like, ooh, I'm curious about that. So
Mhm.
either way, it sounds like it's going to be the perfect introduction to human design, which I'm so excited about. So thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for what made you say yes, actually. Yeah, what made you say yes?
Really just having the opportunity to share this information, because I feel like I'm not here to convince people that this is a system they should use. I'm really here to provide a tool that may resonate with them, and it may not, and that's okay. And they are free to find something else that helps them become their favorite version. But really just having the opportunity to teach people and share, that is what makes me so excited. And so it just provided that platform for me to be able to teach more, and that is what lights me up.
I love it. Love it, love it. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying yes. So excited to hear what you have to say at the October 4th, 5th, and 6th retreat in Scottsdale, Arizona, or over Zoom.
Yes.
If you're interested in obtaining tickets, you absolutely can get them from any one of our speakers, including Authentically Nena, Nena Leake, and or visiting our website at soulheartcollaboration.com. I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you for being here, Nena.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. I truly, truly appreciate it. And thank you for having this interview with me. I really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here. You'll hear more, learn more in the comments below, and please join us. We want you there.
Yes, thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.